Hello everybody, it's Elena, and in today's video we are building this yacht that I built in the world of Sulani in The Sims 4, obviously. So we are building it on a 50 by 50 lot, which is a real big deal for me because I'm pretty sure that you can count the amount of times that I've built on a lot of this size on like one hand. So that's a rare occurrence, and I don't know, I felt like it was a lot less intimidating to do it on this one since it is a waterfront lot and it didn't feel as empty and as bare and like scary when I started. And also I just really needed the room to make this whole ordeal happen. I just needed a lot of space on the lot. So that's how we ended up here on a 50 by 50 lot. And the reason why I'm doing a yacht today is because last year, or last summer to be specific, I built 2 houseboats in The Sims and I had such a good time with it. I built this one first and then later on I built this houseboat, and it was just so much fun, and it was such a like cool and interesting challenge because obviously in The Sims we're not supposed to build boats, like in air quotes, because that's not really a thing that the game supports. It's not really a thing we are actually able to do. So I had to, you know, come up with ways to kind of like make my houses look like actual boats, which was definitely a challenge, but it was so fun. And since it's now like becoming summer once again, I've just been in the mood to do something similar. I've been in the mood to build here in Sulani because it's just very summery to me. And I figured I wanted to do something bigger and cooler this year, and I didn't want to do just like a small houseboat again because I did that twice last year. Can't do it again, right? Or at least right now. I'm probably gonna do it at some point in the future, who knows. But I figured that a yacht would be a very cool thing to do because it is of course bigger and cooler and more lavish. So this is a yacht and it is very luxurious in my opinion, at least, and I think it's very cool and I like it a lot. So I hope you all like it as well. It was definitely a challenge and I spent a lot of time like before I started recording just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this build, what direction I wanted to take it in, how I wanted the shape to be, and it just took me hours and hours because it was just very difficult. But I ended up with a shape that I really liked and it seemed very boat-like to me, and I really like it. So I hope you guys agree and you also like this build. But yeah, that's basically how we ended up doing a yacht today. And also a few weeks ago in a video I mentioned that I really wanted to try to build like a bigger boat. I think I specifically said I wanted to do a cruise, so I definitely had that in mind when I started building this one, but I very quickly realized that a whole cruise was not really gonna be what I wanted to do. Like that was just not really the vibe I wanted to go with, and it very quickly started to look very boxy and not cute when I started to like play around with these shapes for a cruise in The Sims. So that was not really what I ended up doing today. I definitely am not gonna like say that I never will do a cruise because I might do that in the future. That could be a fun challenge, but that's just not what we ended up with today. So we just did a very big boat and I think it's very cool and I'm happy with it. Yeah. Basically. And also, have I ever been on a yacht? No, I definitely have not. So am I an expert on yachts and what they are like on the inside? Definitely not in any way, shape or form, and I don't think that this is very realistic in any way. Like the interior is probably not very like correct. I've seen the interior of yachts in like shows and in videos on YouTube and stuff like that where yachts have been included, so I know a little bit about what it looks like on the inside of a yacht, but obviously I don't have any real life experience with it, as I said. But yeah, I definitely don't think that I got it right in any way, shape or form. I just kind of like wanted to do something that made sense to me and made sense in The Sims 4, so you'll see sort of what I mean in a few minutes when we get to the interior of this boat, because I don't think it's right in any way, but I think it's cute basically, and it just, I don't know, it was fun. And also the floor plan was very tricky to figure out because the shape of the boat, like the actual boat's building interior whatever is very weird, and it was just kind of difficult to figure it all out and find out what I wanted to do with it. So it took me a long time, but I did that off screen because it was just kind of like, you know, a whole puzzle that I was doing in my little brain. And it was so hard, but I found something that I worked fairly well, I would say. And on the second story, that's like where you enter the boat, because you like go up to the second story, and that's where the front door is, I suppose. But yeah, that's why we have the kitchen and the living room, the dining room. It's all just like in one open room, so it's like a, you know, open concept living situation, I guess. And there's also a half bathroom up there. And then on the first story, which I guess is sort of the equivalent of like a basement or something in a way, if you were to look at this as if it's an actual home, maybe, I don't know. But that's where we have the 3 bedrooms, because I don't think I've mentioned this, but this is a 3-bedroom home, and that's just where we have those. And then there's also a little like other room situation. It's basically just a hallway that's big and open, and I put a bar in there so you can just have some drinks and have fun and just hang out with people down there and just, yeah, have a good time. And there's also like a little office nook, so if you want to, you can definitely live on this houseboat, or not a houseboat, there's a yacht. It's very fancy. It's not just a houseboat, but you can definitely live here full time with your Sims if you want to do that. But I was also thinking that it would be very good for like a vacation, so you can turn it into a rental and then just stay here with your Sims for a couple of days or something. That's obviously up to you, and you can do whatever you want to with it. Although I would say that I decorated the kids' rooms in particular in a pretty personalized way. So in that regard, this house definitely lends itself well for you living here full time. But if you want to just stay here for a few days, you can either just disregard that it's decorated in a like somewhat personalized way, or you can just redecorate it, something like that. I don't know. You can just do whatever you want to. But as I did say, this house has 3 bedrooms, and it also has 3 bathrooms, or like 2.5, because there are 2 full bathrooms downstairs and then a half one upstairs. So that means 2.5, yeah. That's how that works. And there's a parent's bedroom that fits 2 Sims, and then there's 2 different kids' bedrooms that fit 1 child each. So I would say 4 Sims can live on this yacht if you want to live here. Yeah. And the kids' bedrooms are decorated for, like, one of them is for like a preteen, I would say, for someone like, yeah, in the stage between a kid and a teenager. That's a preteen. I literally just explained that. And then the other kid's bedroom is decorated for also like a kid-sized Sim, but one that's like closer to being a toddler, like they've just recently become a child and they're further away from the teenage stage than the other Sim, I guess. Yeah, that was just how I decided to decorate the bedrooms, but I think they're very cute. And then the parents' bedroom is very like neutral, and it's not personalized really, although I do think it's very cozy, and I also think the rest of the interior is super cozy, so I hope you all agree with me. And then there are 3 like decks, or 4, yeah, 4 I would say probably decks or like patio situations that you can hang out on. So there's one with a grill and a dining table and also like a game table, so I'm like imagining that's where you eat, and that one is connected to the kitchen, so it just like makes sense that that's where you eat when the weather is nice and you want to sit outside or you want to grill or anything like that. And then below that there's just like a hangout area with some couches and a little like toddler pool. And on the other side of the boat there are 2 other decks. One of them is like empty-ish in a way, not completely empty. There's a chess table on it, and that is where you enter the boat. Like that's where the staircase leads up to. That one is just not super interesting because for one, it's the smallest one, and also I feel like it's kind of the equivalent of a porch in real life or like on a regular house, so it's not super interesting at all. But then downstairs right below that one there's a deck with 2 lounge chairs, so I'm guessing that's where Sims can just tan and hang out, enjoy the sun, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what we got going on this lot, this yacht. And this separate building that we're working on right now is a little laundry shack sort of thing, so it's just like a little other building situation on the beach where your Sims can do their laundry, and that's basically all they can do in there. There are 2 sets of laundry and drying machines in there, so they can do a lot of laundry at once if that's what they want to do, because obviously this is a dog, so I'm kind of thinking, or like imagining, I don't really know how it works in real life, but I'm kind of imagining that maybe these people that live on the yacht or just like use it sometimes go on long trips for like at least a couple weeks at a time. So when they get home, they probably have accumulated a whole lot of laundry throughout that time, so they need to just like quickly get that done and over with, and then they can sail away again, maybe. I don't really know. I just imagined that is how it might work, but I don't really know anything about yachts and whatnot in real life, but it might be something like that. I just figured it would be a good idea to have a couple of sets of machines, so we're going to be working on the interior of that in just a little bit, I think, before we go into the rest of the interior, like the yacht. Anyway though, so enough about that. I hope you guys are all doing good, and I hope that life is treating you all well at the moment. I actually have a lot of stuff that I would like to talk about in this video, so I gotta get going with that. I can't be talking about the build all this time because I got a lot of stuff that I want to tell you all, and it's pretty exciting. At least this first thing is pretty exciting to me anyway. I don't know about you guys. But the first thing is that I actually got into the EA Creator Network program, whatever it's called. I'm a part of it and I don't even know what the proper title is. But the thing that used to be called the like Game Changer program, and then they renamed it to Creator Network something not too long ago, like a couple years maybe. So yeah, that's really exciting, and I was very surprised about it because I applied, I think like maybe 9-10 months ago, like last summer, and for the longest time my application had just been pending. When you apply for it, you can go in and check your application status, and if they like deny it, they won't give you a message or like an email sending or telling you that you got denied for it. They're just gonna like say it on the like website, you did not get in. Like, so for the longest time I've been like checking it probably once every 3 months or something, not very often. But yeah, whenever I checked it, it had just been pending, so I was just kind of thinking that EA did not really check them very often, or they just weren't planning on doing anything about my application. I fully thought it was going to be pending forever. I thought it had just gotten lost in the system or something, because they weren't rejecting it, but they weren't accepting me either, so I thought it was just like, you know, never gonna happen, I guess. I don't know. But then last week, early in the morning, when I went onto my computer to check my emails, I saw that I had gotten an email from EA saying something like, "Congrats, you got in." And at first I was a little bit confused because I didn't really know what it was in relation to. Like, I had just fully forgotten about this whole ordeal. Like, it had been so long, you know. But then it kind of clicked, and I was like, oh, okay, the EA Network Creator Program. I still don't know what it's called. But that's what I got into, and then yeah, it happened finally after a very long time. So yeah, that's what happened. I don't know, I feel like I did a very poor job of explaining that, but I think I got in maybe 10 days ago or something, and I wasn't really sure how I wanted to announce it, like if I wanted to do it on Instagram or something and just like mention it in a story. I never really post on Instagram, so I figured I maybe should do that, but then I decided I don't really want to do that. I don't want to make like a big deal out of it or anything, because it isn't like a super big deal. So I just wanted to mention it in a voiceover, because obviously I want to be upfront and honest about it, because it is like a, you know, a thing where you get free stuff from EA, so I don't want to like keep it a secret. That's crazy. That's not good at all. That's not cool. So yeah, I didn't want to do that, but also I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, so I figured I would just come on here and talk about it in my voiceover. So that's what I'm doing right now, and also I wanted to do it before we get any new content, so I'm not just like doing one of those thank you to the EA Creator Network in the beginning of my video, and that's the first time anybody's hearing about me getting in. I didn't want to do that, so yeah, I just wanted to mention it casually, and that's that. I just needed to process the information within myself first, and then I wanted to say it today. Yeah, and also I don't know when we're getting new content, but it might be coming out soon, so I figured I wanted to do it sooner rather than later, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, also I just want to mention that it's obviously not going to change anything. Like, the only thing that's going to change is that I won't buy the packs myself anymore. EA is going to send them to me, which is really crazy, because I've just like been a fan of The Sims for so long, like ever since I was 10 years old, and I've just been playing it like religiously ever since then. Since the day that I started playing it, I've just been utterly obsessed, and it's been like defining my life ever since then, which is so crazy. So now EA knows that I exist and they want to like send me free stuff, which is so crazy. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that, but also I don't want it to change anything at all because this is still just my little tiny channel that I love very dearly, and I just want to, you know, keep going the way that I normally do stuff. I don't know. But when I say that it's not gonna change anything, what I mean is that I'm never gonna like try to push anything down your guys' throats. I'm not gonna like try to make you buy anything at all, because first of all, it doesn't benefit me in any way, shape, or form. Like, it doesn't matter to me, and also I don't want to, you know, contribute too much to all of this stupid capitalism, and EA is extremely rich. I don't want to make them even more rich. Obviously, I'm like kind of promoting their game by making videos on it, but I don't want to sit here and explicitly say that you guys should buy stuff, because that's just so not what I do on this channel. Like, I just build and that's all. I'm never gonna like tell you to buy anything. No way, absolutely not. So everything in regards to my channel will stay the exact same, although the only difference might possibly be that I will actually start making a profit off of my videos, and I won't spend everything that I'm making on Sims video and like YouTube related stuff. Because like I have, you know, a whole spreadsheet of everything that I've earned from YouTube and everything that I've spent on YouTube related things, and by that I mean like a microphone and like Sims everything, you know, that kind of stuff. So right now it kind of evens out, but now I might actually start making more than I'm spending. That's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know, but obviously this is not about money because I'm making pennies, so yeah, again, that's not gonna change either. But yeah, that's just that. That's exciting, and I'm very, very grateful, but oh well, it's not really that big of a deal. However, one thing about this that I do want to tell you guys, and something that I actually think might benefit someone other than myself, is that I actually applied for the EA Network Creator Program a few years ago when I had just started my channel. Like, I had probably started my channel and started making content 2, 3, maybe 4 months before this, and I probably had around like 100 to 200 subscribers. So I was a little tiny baby, my content absolutely sucked, and I knew that there was no way in hell that I was gonna get into the program. But the thing is that at this point, EA was just opening up for the ability to apply to the program, because apparently it had just like been closed for applications for a very long time, and they were finally opening up for applications. So everybody who created Sims content at this point obviously just applied, and I figured I would do it too, even though I obviously knew that I was never gonna get in because I was such a small creator and it would not really benefit EA in any way to accept me. My voice is just so bad. But I decided to just fire the shot because I knew that if I didn't apply, there was a 0% chance that I was ever gonna get into the program. However, if I did apply, there was a very, very, very tiny chance that I got in. But like, there was still a chance, you know? So I did it, and then maybe a few weeks after, I got the rejection, obviously. So I did not get in at this point, and I was like, okay, that's fine. That's what I was expecting. I just like needed to try because it would have been stupid not to do it, right? So I took the opportunity and it absolutely failed. But of course, around these 9 months ago, I decided to apply again, and I definitely did not think I was gonna get in this time either, because I think I had around 3,000 subscribers on YouTube and maybe twice as much as that on Instagram. So still a very small creator in the grand scheme of things, but bigger than I was the first time. But yeah, I did not think I was gonna get in because I've always just like seen myself as a very, you know, big loser. I don't know. So I just figured, why would they want to accept me into it? And of course, for around 9 months, I never heard anything back. So I just figured that my application had gotten lost. Maybe. But now, around 10-ish days ago, I got into it. So what I want to say with this whole speech is that if you really want something in life and you fail at it the first time, then just try again, because literally, what have you got to lose? Yeah, not much, okay? Like, the thing that's holding you back in most situations, like from things that you really want to achieve, the thing that's holding you back from applying for it or trying out for it is your pride. And I think for me, like what had been holding me back from applying for quite a long time was just like the fear of getting rejected again, because this was something that I really, really wanted. So I just did not want to get rejected again, because that kind of sucks. Even though I didn't really think I was qualified in any way, but I don't know, getting rejected sucks no matter what. So that's kind of a fear of mine, and I know that a lot of other people struggle with it as well. But this has just taught me and reaffirmed in me that if you fail at something, you just gotta try it again. And this applies to most aspects of life, like professional and just like smaller things in life as well. I feel like the only thing that it does not apply to, like if you get rejected one time, then don't really try again a whole lot of times, is like in the romantic side of life, because if somebody just really does not want you, then please leave them alone. If you keep trying, you're gonna seem very, very creepy. But I'm pretty sure that in every other aspect of life, this definitely applies. Like if you want a certain job, then just keep applying for it, because that also just like shows persistence, and it shows that you are not scared of rejection, and then they might want to hire you at some point. Like when you've tried maybe 3, 4, 5 times or something, then they might want to hire you. So just don't give up on your dreams. Keep applying for whatever you want to do, and keep trying out for whatever you dream of, okay? You might just succeed at it at some point. So that's very cool, and you should definitely do that. And again, like if you don't apply for something, the chance of you getting into it is 0.00000%. However, if you do apply, the chance is there. It might be very small, but there's still a chance. So you just gotta do it, okay? That's just what I wanted to say, because I feel like that's something that I personally kind of needed to hear. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that other people could benefit from hearing it as well. Yeah. But that's just that. So the other thing I want to tell you about is that my birthday is in a couple of days. Right now, as I'm recording this, it is the 12th of May, and my birthday is on the 14th, so in 2 days, and that's very exciting. I'm gonna be 21, and as I've said before on the channel a couple times, I'm not really like a huge fan of birthdays, and also just other days that kind of just symbolize the passage of time, such as New Year's Eve, because that's just a thing that makes me kind of anxious. And whenever these big days sort of come around, I start to think about what I've accomplished in the past year of my life, and then more so what I have not accomplished, and then that makes me feel bad about myself. And that's how I've viewed my birthday for many, many years. And in the past few years, I've started to just kind of try to redirect my focus and my mindset around birthdays, and not really like think that much about what I have not achieved and accomplished in the past year, and more so just like see this as a celebration of like being alive, I guess, and just being here and having fun. And it's just like a day where I get to hang out with my loved ones and the people that I care about. So that's just kind of what I do on my birthday. I don't really care too much about the whole getting older part. That still makes me a bit anxious, but yeah, that's cool, I guess. I'm not really doing anything crazy. So right now it is the weekend. It's Sunday today, and my birthday is on a Tuesday, so obviously that's not really like the most exciting time to have your birthday. So this weekend we've been celebrating with my family, and what's even more exciting is that my grandma and we actually share a birthday, and I was born on her 69th birthday, and that means she is turning 90 years old in a few days. That's a very, very big deal. So we have definitely been celebrating that, and I'm just very, very happy about that. And my grandparents, they always like come over to where I live around our birthday, because they live around 4 hours away, so that's pretty far. And then they stay at hotels because we don't have room for more people in our house, and for the longest time they've been wanting to stay at a specific hotel, but like for different reasons they just have not been able to get a room added like for many years, so they've never done it. And then finally this time they did manage to get a room there, so that's really, really cool. And it's just like fun that it's on her 90th birthday that has happened, and that's just been really, really great. So I think they like it there. I hope they do. So this weekend we've just been celebrating mostly my grandma's, but also a little bit my birthday. It's just a lot more exciting to turn 90 than it is to turn 21. Like that's just not really a huge deal to me. I guess I feel like for Americans turning 21 is kind of a big deal, because like that way you can drink legally. I mean, I'm pretty sure that most people probably start drinking before they're 21. But that's when you can do it legally. So I feel like in America, the tradition for a lot of people is to just like go to bars legally and then drink and whatever, do all that kind of stuff. And maybe like some people, if they live lavishly, they might, you know, go to Vegas or something and do a lot of stuff there and have fun. That's just not really like a huge deal for me, because like I've been able to drink legally ever since the day I was born, basically. I don't think that's entirely correct, but we don't have a legal drinking age, although I'm pretty sure that if somebody finds out that you are feeding alcohol to a baby, you're probably not gonna, you know, be seen as a very good parent by the courts. So yeah, you're probably not gonna keep being a parent for very long. Obviously you can't do that, but yeah, we don't have a legal drinking age, and you can start buying alcohol when you are 16, like just beers and whatnot, and then you can buy hard liquor when you're 18. So 21 is not really a big deal here. There's not really anything exciting that happens. So yeah, it's not that special, and I'm not doing anything major because, again, I'm not really like a huge fan of my birthday. I just want to hang out and, you know, do something chill and cozy and comfy, and that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna hang out with my family again. So yeah, not very fun, but it's okay, and I'm fine with it. I don't mind it. That's what I want. Also, I feel like this day has just sort of like snuck up on me very, very quickly. I feel like we just started the year like a couple of days ago, but it's already the middle of May. Like, how did that happen? I don't know. I feel like I've just not really done much. That's kind of sad, but that's, yeah, I don't know. So my birthday is here now apparently, and it's just kind of crazy because I was just not expecting it to happen this fast. So yeah, I haven't really had time to really think about what I wanted to do and what I don't know, what I've been wanting. I have no idea. So I'm not doing anything crazy. We're mainly just focusing on celebrating my grandma's birthday, and then my dad's birthday is in around 2 weeks. So that's also a thing that we are celebrating a little bit, because again, my grandparents live far away, so we're not gonna see each other for a long time again. So yeah, we're celebrating all of our birthdays right now, and that's just really nice, and I love that. I love getting to hang out with them, and I'm just very, very grateful for that. So that's the other update I wanted to tell you about in this video. I do have one other thing that I want to share, but I'm not going to do that because I have run out of time and I want to talk about that for a long time. So that's going to happen in a different video. Yeah, whatever. I'm pretty sure that my favorite room in this house is this very girly and cutesy kids bedroom. And that's just, I don't know, I think it's very nice and pretty, and I like the lighting, and it's just a cute one. I had fun decorating it. And then we are doing a little bar because I just thought that would be fitting on a big luxurious yacht like this one. Although again, like as I said earlier about this not really being super realistic, I think that on real life yachts you probably have very like fancy things, such as a very big kitchen for a lot of staff members to cook you fancy meals in, and you probably have a bedroom for a butler, and I think that you have a lot of staff just working on these yachts because yacht owners just have a lot of money, so they can pay for that kind of stuff. And obviously we don't have room for all of that stuff on this yacht because it's not really that big. But it's just like a casual yacht, I don't know. So there's just that, but I like it a lot, so I hope you all like it as well. And of course you can download it on my gallery page, although I did use like so many packs because I just did not restrict myself at all, because I just wanted to go all out. That was just how I was feeling today, so there's that. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a little thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already and you enjoy my content. I would really appreciate that. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and then I cannot wait to see you all in my next video that I will be posting in just a few days. So bye everybody.